Welcome to another exciting episode of Master or Not with your wonderful heroes, Wilda, the Water Being,
These fucking hashtags are breaking my mind.
Spencer, the Super Cat,
What's a hashtag? Does it taste good on toast?
Jace, the Technomancer,
If you can't do the crime, if you don't want to do the crimes, don't do the crimes.
Transient, the Matter Manipulator,
Let's see here. Oh, I think I'll go with chlorine next time.
and Dahlia, the Living Dead Girl.
Hashtag that other white meat.
Good God. When we last left our heroes, Dahlia herself was able to escort three of the gang members out of the area with a pleasant game of arcades. As they are currently disembarking the bus and getting ready to enter the world 3 of 3. While the rest of our heroes currently are at the Little Haven in a strange entanglement as Transient, Jace, Spencer, and even Rockin' Prime are all currently manhandling Man-Eater Greg, who is trying to eat
hold
the current
on.
cook.
I didn't do anything.
You're hyped up on sugar. You were doing everything. Don't lie to me.
No,
Okay.
Spencer was helping out a hostage.
Multiple hostages. But yes, he was definitely
He was helping out
walking
a hostage and then
alongside.
helping us hold the guy in the oven.
Right, he was currently keeping an ear out for Camilla Ocean, who is making her way around back over to her current delivery truck. You already have Bebop on the ground. Will it remind me where you're at?
I was outside. I have not participated in any of these war crimes.
Nope. Instead, you're currently holding Bebop down. That's why you're right next to Bebop. Right.
Yep.
As the other two gang members are close by the door, currently entrapped in gimp suits. All you aware of rustling sounds coming from the icebox. Yes, I
Were we
do have
still
it.
in initiative?
Yes, and I believe the next person in initiative was Bebop, who was currently bound by a pry bar around the hands and arms. Let's see if Bebop is able to will himself a good strength roll to get to escape these makeshift handcuffs made by our wonderful Super Cat. Why is my brain acting up? Where am I rolling?
Reading.
Hero rolls. Why does it?
Sorry, folk. It's been a couple of months. It feels like.
No, he cannot break them cuffs, especially since they're made of crowbar. As Wilda, you
Rebar.
watching the rebar? Yeah.
Oh my.
Crowbar is a completely different thing.
By the way, Wilda watches as Bebop squirms and struggles underneath the water. I want to say watery grip. You're holding him down, right?
Yeah, I assume I've got him in a hold.
Yeah.
Right, because you haven't released him since you were holding him while Spencer was putting on them cuffs.
Yeah, I guess.
So with that being done, we'll jumping over to.
Also, for the hashtags, I have not entered his trachea. Okay.
Waterboarding doesn't require you to enter his trachea, though.
Nah, it involves
You're
you
not.
suffocating him with around the face.
Yeah, you just need to have like even a rag that's wet and then just like
It is a torture method. Looks like if I'm reading this right, it would be Man-Eater Greg, who is currently in the thrash of the animated oven. thanks to Jace's quick thinking, as Rockin' Prime, Transient, and Spencer are all holding him down. Transient holding a particular mustard gas pill in his mouth. Does he bite?
Let's
Of
find
course.
out.
I'm not holding him down whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're just watching. You're standing there watching.
Gears turning in the head. Wait, this is wrong.
Hot, hot! If you expect me to swallow, I'm gonna bite too!
Damn.
Alright, and his bite attack. Oh, wow.
Not
Oh.
one. A bloody not
Oh.
one.
Somewhere in
Oh,
the midst of
no.
attempting to bite, the
He bit his
pill
tongue.
itself,
Oh.
the pill itself actually lodges into the in between the jawbone of his lower abdomen. They are stuck wide open, struggling because they don't have enough force, angle wise, to fully snap on the thing. You found it outside of the tooth. It's like hitting those soft gums, and it's keeping him lockjawed for a few seconds. Let's see, double checking what all he had on him. Not seeing any current notion. So, right, regeneration is a bitch. That unfortunately is his action, as he attempts to move, struggling against your guys' grapple. I believe it would be a strength check, right?
Against the oven.
Against the oven.
Against the oven.
And
Alright,
Rockin'
so-
Prime.
So I'm making
And rockin'
3
And,
super.
and the griddle.
How many things is this
Fucking
boy?
Prime.
All right, let me look up Rockin' Primes.
I believe we discovered last time that Rockin' Prime has developed the ability to feel hate. So
So incoming Maneater Greg's strength roll. Oop, too much.
He'd be doing it at a penalty of -5 against all of them.
All right. So after that, plus the no, after all that, be a +3, 12.
I don't think that breaks any of them, actually.
Well, they also have to make opposing, so let's check it out.
let me check Prime.
Rockin' Prime strength is a 2. Combat. Offense. Grab is a 3.
Oh my.
He maintains through the power of hatred.
From the moment I understand.
Remind me how much addition does the oven have, given your animated
I don't know exactly. I think it depends on the object what it's able to do. How much would you say being restrained inside of an oven would be effective against a grown adult?
Except this isn't a grown adult.
He is large enough to eat a person whole. I would argue he is grown enough.
Unfortunately, nah. You've seen him in the school. He's one of them seniors. He's one of them seniors.
know?
It's just recently, after the summer, he definitely looked like he got a huge boost in his
Hasn't the school
everything.
been out of session for like weeks at this point, and I've only been there for one day?
Yeah. Everyone
So I
else.
haven't seen him probably.
So just to remind everyone, today is Transient's birthday in game.
Birthday transient.
Birthday
getting
war
ready.
crimes. Hashtag birthday war crimes.
Oh Lord. So we'll say it's a strong 3. We'll say it's a strong 3 for the oven. Yeah, he ain't escaping that either. He has not broken out of that.
Should we call it a 1 for the griddle?
Yeah, we'll say it's a
Probably.
1 for the griddle.
Hey,
Still
Fred.
keeps him to. He is
I've
not able
caught-
to escape from the heat as he has to make a toughness check from the oven's heat now.
I've taught all of these machines how to hate.
2 of them weren't even sentient 20 seconds ago.
They've been alive for 10 seconds, for less than a minute, and they've already decided that violence is the correct answer.
I believe 25 beat the threshold of the oven, which I think was a 23. Right?
I think
I believe so.
Yeah. I believe it was heat damage, and given that it's an industrial oven, I would say it'd be 15 plus the thing, so 8 would be decent high heats. Or would it be 6? Either way, he did manage to he managed to endure the rising heat from the oven as you can hear the slight sizzling of his skin. God, if I didn't smell so delicious, I'd have a piece of myself! But I don't want to eat me, I want to eat you! As we shift over to the next character on stage, Puddle. You've got a Bebop who's struggling underneath you, but is unable to escape your grasp, and two Gimp guys who seem to be struggling in their midst. What will you do?
I think I'm gonna bring them all together
Good lord.
and ignore
right, so-
all the screaming that's obviously coming from the kitchen. Because you know what? If I don't know, I cannot be an accomplice.
Fair enough. Well done.
Okay, that's
Be
my
a-
turn. Bye.
Bebop. All right. That being her turn, go down over. So the NPCs make their motions as beings unseen, except being heard by Spencer, are moving. I need to make a roll for the one inside the icebox.
Boy, that's great to know. And it's going to be a morbid fact that I'm sure Rockin' Prime will bring up on his turn. So, DM, just to double check, our fictional town of Pyregol is in Nevada, right?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to double check that. It may come up on my turn.
All right, and that's been sent off. Following next will be one person's as they hear this person run over to the side of the building. Once more, sending words.
For those at home, we have had a lot of hashtags in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'd fucking say.
Any of them worth reading out loud?
Hashtag True Tide Pod Challenge?
Many
I think my personal favorite is congrats on that prion disease.
Bruh.
It's what you get for eating human brains.
Hashtag what's in the box.
And so that's what Spencer has heard. From there, that will return us back to the top of the round. Jace.
Okay. Where is Spencer relative to me at the moment?
Spencer is literally vibrating right next to the oven, not really helping, but watching as you see his ears like flicker back and forth between the icebox to the outside, to pointing towards the side of the wall that's by the icebox, towards back to the icebox, towards where Wilda is, over by the side of the door, as you see her roll into the door frame and not enter, but look like she's putting Bebop down by the other two Gimp guys. You can't tell if she's paying. You can tell if she's not paying attention as the glowing alchemic symbols for where her mask is pointed more towards the truck.
Okay. I am going to reach back. I am going to retrieve one of the many devices. It's not the belt, thank God. And I am going to throw a pair of handcuffs towards Spencer and say, in just a second, rip this guy out, put those on his arms, he should stop fighting as much. And then I am going to aneurysm.
Okay, give me an aneurysm. Oh wait, no, never mind. I got to roll.
You have to roll to not be subjected to an aneurysm. You would have thought that the special skill for this campaign would be avoid aneurysm.
I think
Double
that's like
check
the
this.
DM's main job, right?
Your magnetic seizure is a DC 18. He rolled a 20. Dirty 20.
Alright. So he's fine this time. Let me see, what can I have Rockin' Prime do? What else can I have Rockin' Prime do now that he's fueled by hatred?
Well, I mean, feel free to stab that guy. He seems to get fine, like, after eating something. If anything, most
Yeah,
humans
this guy's
don't.
still caught in the oven, but he's not taking a lot of damage from it, right?
No, he does seem to be. While there is smells of like skin cooking and like the weird smell
But
of
he's-
like baking
He's
gristle.
he's still very much restrained by the oven and the griddle, right?
Yes, I mean he's still struggling, but he's actively still, alive.
How heavy would you say a 9-foot tall robot is?
Go on.
Because Rockin' Prime's down an arm. He's worried if he lets go of this guy that even if it's not immediately, he will get out and start causing problems. And he's also fueled by hatred. An oven can take a decent amount of weight. A decent amount. But if Rockin' Prime just kind of put all of his body weight on top of the oven while this guy's in it,
Where is the weight?
it is not 175 pounds. I think that is a default.
Are we talking about Rockin' Prime?
Yeah, it says he's 25, 5'8", and 175, and all of that is wrong.
Yes, that is default. You can buy ranks of growth just to increase his weight, though.
I mean, he's a giant robot. I'm not sure what growth he would have, relatively speaking.
Well, no, growth is just. Growth isn't organic growth.
You can build them bigger, better,
Yeah.
stronger.
That's why I'm waiting for the DM's call on this, for how big a 9-foot robot would be weight-wise.
9-foot robots. Definitely at least a ton. Especially with all the moving parts and how specific certain cores can be.
Okay, so
We-
I
we can
can't
definitely
lift
ballpark-
Rocking Prime.
I mean, we can definitely ballpark that at most he's definitely a ton.
Then yeah, I think Rockin' Prime, fueled by hatred, is probably going to get on top of the oven and put his full weight on it, minus the arm he's missing for obvious reasons, to just try and compact the oven into Maneater Greg. And I would like to add the following bit of information as PSA material.
Please do, because right now you're having me glitch out thinking he's climbing to the top ropes, coming out with the people's elbow.
Nevada has a stand your ground law that removes the duty to retreat before using deadly force in defense of oneself or another as long as the person is not the initial aggressor, is not committing a crime, and is in a place they have a right to be in. Rockin' Prime is in a public space. This man tried to eat someone, and he is not legally required to run away.
Private places, dude.
Yeah. You're technically in a private business, but he is doing it technically in the defense of another, so.
He's
This is
also
justified in
criming.
court.
Double.
Well, so are we at this point.
Did you make sure that it's
y'all.
appropriate for the year 2002, 2003
Oh,
threshold
yeah.
for this
Yeah.
campaign?
Dahlia
Let me
is
double
completely
check.
innocent.
Why do you
Nevada-
think I'm getting plausible deniability right now?
Let me double check, just to be safe. Let me double check if I can find it. Hang on. When did Nevada pass a stand your ground law? That's the better question.
It still doesn't apply, dude.
Listen, Rockin' Prime's in rage mode. I don't think he cares if it applies, considering how he's used all his other PSAs up to this point.
Fair enough.
Do you not recall when he was like talking about the dangers of electricity while I was hitting someone with a lightning bolt? I don't think he applies them appropriately.
Yeah, we know the doctor got into his connections.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that with that open arm, all the wires still circling off, different sparks hitting different areas now that they're exposed, and the heat just constantly bombarding his insides. I'm like thinking like trying to load up the newest PDA setup, starts glitching out, mixes it up with like sports news or something. Did you know? Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I'm assuming Rockin' Prime is giving this very glitchy PSA that is incorrect about Nevada stand your ground laws. He is trying to crush Maneater Greg inside this oven after Jace has failed the aneurysm and has thrown Spencer some of the power dampening handcuffs for after Greg is pulled out of the oven.
Did you know coming out from the rafters, you shouldn't be attacking people in their homes. You need to be able to defend yourself with full honor. You can't stop the praying train coming to you now as the people's elbow comes crashing down in defense of the people, for the people, by the people. So is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. You can decide what happens when a ton of weight is put on top of this oven with the man inside it.
So I need to double check his unarmed.
Oh my gosh. I'm not fully in character because of all of this shit. I do not feel immersed.
There's nothing going on.
Because I can imagine while all this is going on, all of us that have Blackberries are somehow managing to post this in a group chat to each other.
Yeah, but here's
I
the
find it way funnier.
Yet.
I find it way funnier if all of these are just kind of going off in Jace's head and it's partially fueling his "you tried to eat someone, I am going to murder you" energy.
But
Just
here's
the
also
bombardment of-
the thing. Hashtags were not a thing in 2002.
They were
So
not.
So just a random string of messages with no spaces that's freaking him out a bit.
Because we haven't had
He's
time to
managed
type in a
see
space.
into the future.
So, given
He
that
has
he
broken
is,
the fourth wall.
oh yeah,
Oh my
So-
gosh!
Man-Eater Greg has to make a strength attempt in order to avoid having to do a toughness check after being slammed. He has a -5 due to being grappled by two other group and having a mouth in his throat. 21. I need an opposing strength check from Rockin' Prime as he comes dropping down from the rafter. Go ahead and give him
Shall
a
I
plus
ask if he
2.
has? Okay, +2. Is that my base or is that in general?
Oh no, I was
Uh.
saying add +2.
Okay.
Given
So
the
I believe-
circumstance that, he can't really move. He's pinned and you're having a robot just come up and drop down on him full weight.
Mayor, you might
Oh, no.
want to up that to a +5 because teamwork.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
not enough still.
It's only a 17. If you add the other 3.
But yeah, even amid his murder rage, Jace has said, "Hey, Spencer, pull this guy out and cuff him so he'll just stop trying to eat us and we can move on."
So while it wasn't able to hurt him, you did get the setup to seem proper, as it takes Man-Eater Greg both hands to catch the falling weight of Rockin' Prime, but they're like close together, just proper for a pair of handcuffs to go on him. As Rockin' Prime is just like hanging carefully in the air, somewhat wiggling side to side with one arm just like waving, still going on about dropping the people's elbow on this man.
I know this is not what's happening, but I like to imagine that he keeps saying the people's elbow and not doing anything with his elbow, and it's like, what's going on? And then in Man-Eater Greg's stomach, he just keeps getting elbowed in the ribs by this fucking robotic arm that he ate earlier.
Goodness, Spencer, you're vibing, and you have already heard two motions from around the area, and you're also witnessing Rockin' Prime try to put his full weight on top of Man-Eater Greg. A pair of handcuffs is in your hand, and you will recall Jace telling you what to do with him. What will you do?
Well, obviously, the first thing I do is get Man-Eater Greg out of the oven.
So I'm gonna have to have a question for the mayor then. Where does the pill go?
Depends on where he's grabbing, as the pill is still like lodged in the side of his jaw
And in my hand.
and in your hand.
That's why I had to ask.
I
Right.
guess the most convenient handhold would be the mouth.
All right, give me a strength check to see if you can pull him out from two opposing holds, as the oven and the griddle have not been told to let go.
Would this be athletics or strength? Just base.
If you feel athletics is higher and you have a point in it, go ahead and use athletics. But
I
otherwise, yeah.
definitely have a point or two in it. Yeah, I've definitely got a few points in it. Let me see if I've still got it. This is the right one. Yep. Yeah, it's the right one. Think so. Okay. Athletics is that. It's the same as strength. I'll just roll it.
You
This is
have no
going to
points
be-
in athletics.
No. Darn, I am going to Benny that. Okay, that's a 21 DM.
All right, versus two separate rolls. One with I believe it was a +5 for the hold, and one
One
with
has a +3, one has a +1.
Thank you for the reminder. So the
Uh-huh.
oven seems to be losing grip.
If this griddle gets a fucking natural 20.
Don't say
Okay.
it.
And the griddle just flips in the air as you manage to yank Man-Eater Greg out. Man-Eater Greg with Transient's arm still in there and Transient being pulled alongside, come closer to you and are now out of the oven.
Okay. Was that my action or? All right.
Yes.
So, okay, I am making sure. So, with my God, would you say it's an action or a move action just to slap the handcuffs on him?
If you use your movement on him, you can slap the cuffs. Yes.
I'll use my movement on him to slap the cuffs right onto him and give Transient an opportunity to move his hand out of the way.
All right. That will be a sleight of hand with +5 if you have sleight of hand. If not, that would be dexterity. He's still actively fighting back.
Okay,
Even
that's gonna be
while
a
holding.
plus. So my base sleight of hand doesn't have any points in it. It's a +4. So would I just roll a +9 again?
Uh,
You're not
that's
using
a-
strength. You're using a dex.
Okay, that's sleight of hand I meant. Yeah.
You're using dex, but you should have a plus from the teamwork that's happening with the group, right, Transient?
It should.
So
I do not.
I will
I do
be
not have
sleight of
team.
handing the. I will be sleight of handing the pill into Greg's mouth, though.
Okay, so what do I roll?
roll your dexterity with the bonus plus an additional 5.
So that's gonna be +14.
Manny Greg has to make his reaction, unfortunately at a minus, given the fact that he's holding. So that makes his a straight flat, and I'm typing in the wrong area.
Maybe a good idea to not do that.
Shush.
I see you typing in the hashtags, Mayor.
I wasn't playing anything. As arms like wiggle back and forth as you are able to match his movements, and with your swift hands, click. Sleight of hand from Transient.
I don't believe Spencer has teamwork.
I do not.
Spencer should get teamwork.
I am going to Benny that.
Yeah, I should get teamwork.
That is a 21, DM.
He's not
All
good
right.
with people, but he's learning.
Yeah,
As
I'm
I have
learning.
to roll his fight attack, as his mouth is immediately re-shutting up, given the unique effects of the handcuffs. If I recall correctly, right?
Correct.
No.
They are the power dampeners.
Power dampeners.
So by like the skin, by the like, you feel your fingernails getting clipped by the teeth before your hands fully pull out, leaving the pill inside, and the rest of the mouth just close and seams up into a normal abdomen. The large and in charge man-eater Greg seems to start shrinking down to a more regular Gregory Thompson. Yeah, Gregory Thompson. A school lad that you've seen around, being one of the football jocks.
I am going to free action look at you said his name was Greg what?
Gregory Thompson.
Gregory Thompson. I'm gonna put that in I'm just gonna go ahead and just put that in bullies because technically he's a bully right now.
I still need a look of a proper two mouth picture in order to use. But for now.
However, free action, I'm going to look at regular Gregory Thompson, and I'm going to say probably the most immortally correct thing Spencer has said this entire goddamn game, and go, with all of your strength, you really should use it for a better purpose. And then he'll just go, as flavor, just kind of smack him across the cheek, just like pat, bad kitty.
Given your current sugar high, you say this at 3 times the speed, and it doesn't even register your paw coming up to lightly tap him on the cheek.
Yeah. If I have to do it slower so that he can hear it, I'll do it.
Well, either way, that was your turn, Spencer.
That's my turn, but Manager Greg is down power, and I technically know what I'm going to do next turn, but yep, that's my turn.
Reminding myself who had the faster agility between Transient and Dahlia.
My agility's 4.
And mine's a 1, so pretty sure, or 2. Either
It's
way,
a
you go
2.
first.
It
So
was-
Transient, you watch as the body shrinks. You recognize a slight clicking of something breaking inside the body.
Oh shit.
Regular Gregory Thompson seems to be holding up all right for the first few 6 seconds, although he does seem to be a bit giving that eye twitch like something doesn't feel right. You're surrounded by your friends, but and you know that Wilda is just outside the door with the other 3 gang members. What do you do?
Oh, we still have someone locked in the freezer.
Are you really gonna let him stay poisoned?
Well, he did just try to eat multiple people, so
Well, you did just you did just successfully shove him in an oven and a griddle and poison him and give him an aneurysm. I think you've made the point clear.
other
My
than the
hero.
poison, that was all Jace.
Also, the
That means you're
aneurysm
out.
didn't happen.
Yeah. For the record, that means that Jace has done the least harm to him, and you've potentially murdered him with no prior aggression.
Yeah, up until the time those cuffs come off.
I need to research how bad mustard gas damages human bodies.
Oh, it's
A lot.
bad. It is really bad.
There's a reason why they banned chemical weapons after World War One.
Would you like to give you the long and short of it? Just give you the slight brief introduction to what's going to happen.
If this is not cured, his flesh is going to start falling off at a certain capacity, and he's going to start vomiting blood, I believe.
I mean, it's
Mustard
still
gas is an intense irritant and burns the skin on contact.
Oh, if only that were the skin that was being contacted.
It's his internal organs, which means that he is in so much pain he's probably going to pass out.
Like I said, he
If
seems
he's
to be
lucky.
holding. He seems to be holding fine for the first 6 seconds.
What's probably not helping is that he's also shrunken back down, and he's got a gut full of metal as well.
Oh, it wasn't metal.
No. He ate Rockin' Prime's arm.
That is a fact. That did happen.
Yeah, but did it go into an extra dimensional?
If it didn't go into an extra dimensional space, then it's in there with your pill. If it did, your pill's in an extra dimensional space.
So
Either he's
way.
poisoned and full of metal, or he's not poisoned and not full of metal.
yeah, that's
Well-
gonna have to be a mere call on this one because
With how I set it up, he has eaten and digested the metal already. He has not been able to eat and digest the poison yet. The poison is still active, and now that he has been now that he's been temporarily nullified, it can more than likely do what it's supposed to do to a normal human body once left inside a larger than normal pill, Red Bull size.
it wasn't Red Bull sized. It was maybe the size of a finger. You don't need a lot of mustard gas to kill somebody. Against a regenerator, on the other hand. But no, let me think.
Size of a pen. He put a vial the size of a pen filled with mustard gas.
That was designed to break, yes. the conundrum I come into at this point is the fact that he now has power suppression cuffs on him.
Yes. Meaning, this could be a horrible situation here soon. So, what will you do, Transient?
The real question is, what are the cops going to do when they come in and take those cuffs off? Because you know that's going to happen.
We should maybe leave a note. Hey, this guy's a mutant. Don't take the cuffs off until you have him restrained.
So... The problem is the location of where that pill went and the current mustard gas that is spreading throughout his internal organs is the fact that anything in that space is bad, regardless of what it is.
Could you turn it into blood?
Blood is just as bad in that section as everything else. So, player
Is it in
having...
his stomach or in a general sense?
Ace, you'll have to give me that type of information if you want.
Roll me a... Let me double check your thing here.
Medicine. I've got...
It would be treatment. Roll me a treatment.
Oh, thank God, I got a +6 on that. Thank you for intelligence. It's a 15, so average.
Your edict memory tells you that the suppression cuffs do do reduce a lot of potential power. With that knowledge, given you know that it does extend up to nullifying a lot of regeneration abilities. You also know how deadly and terrible mustard gas is, especially on contact of mucous membrane. You have shoved a pen-sized breakable vial of mustard gas in where one would consider where the possible, like pancreas, maybe even like like somewhere between the pancreas and liver.
So you mean the small intestine?
E.
Also, the in between the pancreas and the liver, nothing exists.
Yeah, it's a void. The problem is, if that void gets filled with something, you start putting pressure on those organs.
Yeah.
There's a reason why internal bleeding is bad. It does more than one thing.
Yeah. No, it's just that the pancreas is right up and behind the liver.
E.
Yeah.
Oof.
Along with the gallbladder.
Ugh.
Yeah. Hey, look! All my anatomy and physiology classes are coming in handy.
The problem is I can't transmute it into nothing. That's the issue with what I can do. Because if I transmute it, if I just stop the transmutation halfway through, he's going to explode. Because that energy has to go somewhere.
Quite a conundrum.
Jace, I'm blaming you for this.
I'm not the one who put mustard gas in him.
No, you're the one that decided.
For mustard gas.
You're the one that decided. You're the one that decided to put the power cuffs on the regenerator. He would have been fine otherwise. An incap.
I put the power cuffs on the regenerator, so we didn't have to kill him.
The mustard gas would not have killed him. That's the thing.
You don't know that.
Oh, I know that from regeneration.
So you're saying we should have prolonged his suffering?
He would have incapped very, very shortly.
I feel like I'm not the one in the moral wrong here.
Says the guy who is going to be having the oven eat him again very, very shortly because you haven't countermanded that command.
Yeah, but the oven takes a turn on my turn, and I can tell it to not do that. Meanwhile, you can't tell the mustard gas to not murder him, apparently. What's wrong with your powers?
I'd like to mention your motivation, Jace. I'm not sure this is doing good.
I stopped so that he didn't suffer. Meanwhile...
Yeah, he's still suffering. He's got like 3rd-degree burns all over his body right now.
He healed those immediately, according to the DM, and he took no damage from the oven last turn.
We've been smelling long pork from this guy. Alright.
According to the DM, he is not hurt, so take that as you will.
Choices.
If this were to go to a court of law, I feel like I'd be on the winning side of that argument.
No, you wouldn't.
So you saw your friend put a vial of dangerous toxin into the victim's second mouth, and you proceeded to tell one of your other friends to cuff it, knowing it would close said mouth with the vial inside.
Your Honor, my comrade did not tell me that he was using biological warfare.
Except it's not biological warfare.
It's pretty biological at that point.
No, this is strictly chemical still.
I'm not using a disease.
Okay, my comrade didn't tell me he was engaging in chemical warfare.
The problem is, Spence, it broke. Like it was designed to do.
I went into this with intent to stop him without killing him. You went into this with intent to poison him with chemical weaponry. I went in. We have very different standings.
No, I went into this to stop him from being able to do anything other than regenerate.
I'd like to mention we have 25 minutes left.
Okay. Right, and Dahlia is due her scene.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dahlia, unaware of the crimes we're committing, apparently.
I'm gonna switch the scene over to Dahlia while I try to figure out how to unfuck this.
Rest of that edict memory and that medical knowledge, maybe even a visit to your doctor in your mind might help.
Maybe the DM telling you not to become a murderer this early in the campaign.
Dahlia.
It wouldn't have. The problem is, it wouldn't have murdered him.
I have no involvement. I have a perfect alibi. I am beat. There are 2 guys with me at an arcade miles away.
Not the 3 guys. I thought you also convinced Tyrone to come with.
That's right. We did.
She has her own personal man entourage. As they enter into the world 3 of 3, most of the other like nerd and gamers and most of the other kids that are in there, a couple of like the definitely over the age of 18 but still hanging around playing games, adults are in the back. They all look at you and give you that air of what is this pimp doing out here with her 3 guys following suit.
Dahlia says, I'm not like other girls.
Keep it down. They all can see. What's wrong, Marco? Don't like hanging around a lady like this? That's not the point, Dennis. Guys, are we really gonna play a game? I mean, shouldn't we be... Not right now, Tyrone.
Yeah, now's the time for me to kick your asses back to the Cretaceous period. Let's do this.
Go ahead and give me a perception check to see how what games are available.
All right, I can't believe I haven't had my sheet up yet this whole time. Wow. Let's look at Dahlia real quick. Dahlia play. No. Yeah, let's go here. Oh, of course, it's not near the top of my stuff anymore because I had to create a bunch of characters. 1 moment, please.
Messed up, Spence. Let them let them have their choice. I'm not like other ladies. My friends are wanted by the FBI.
I'm not like other girls. I eat people, except not like that. Holy shit, what'd you guys do while I was gone? Okay, perception, you said.
Mhm.
Okay. A symbol +1. Oh. Can type today. Oh wait, is it this one? No, it's not. Why didn't it? Is it this one?
No, it's exclamation. You just need to make a space.
Oh. Sorry. 17.
All right. So as you're able to look around, you immediately see the two games that are open.
Well, are they the games that we were gonna play? I believe we were gonna do Soul Calibur.
One is very much a Soul Calibur 3 cabinet that seems to be open.
You mean Soul Calibur 2? Because Soul Calibur 3 isn't out yet, sadly.
Right. Soul Calibur 2 cabinet. Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on.
This one, unfortunately, is not the awesome Nintendo one, even though you're in a Nintendo-themed arcade. Instead, this one, strangely enough, has a Spawn special character.
All right. Well, we can still make this awesome. Come on. Who
The other,
wants to get their butts kicked first?
of course, but afterwards, we definitely got to jump on that other game, as he points out to the other game you saw, House of the Dead.
All right, all right. This one first, though. It's cooler.
All right, so as you go over to the table, go ahead and you put in a quarter. He puts in a quarter. You both get yourself set up. I need either a sleight of hand or a dexterity check from
Oh,
you,
I'll do
little
sleight of
Missy,
hand.
to kick his butt in this gaming.
D20 plus 8. Oh, how does he roll? And how many bennies do I have?
You should have also gone a plus one. You should have gotten a Benny from the previous acting.
Oh, Benny plus 1. Did it wrong. Benny. Oh my gosh. I can't type. Okay, so I'll use a Benny.
Roger.
So 1d20 plus 8. There we go. 22.
Alrighty.
I kicked his ass.
As Dennis attempts to try to play back against you, unfortunately, he does not have the best hand skills on person. Only a +2. However,
I did
his
not need to use
choice.
my Benny. Dang.
However, his choice in picking, I think it was he picks Maxi, the nunchucks player, but for some reason he's not used to the new cabinet style of tapping and guarding, allowing you picking whichever character you decide to play as, whether it's Sung
Melina.
Mi. Which one?
Melina.
Okay. As you
Is
manage to
that
catch.
too on the nose?
Nice. Right. Did you say Melina or Song Mina?
Melina.
Okay. Trying to recall Melina's weaponry. Believe. Was she also the rapier?
I don't remember. All I remember is the teeth. Oh, that's Mortal Kombat. Never mind, I'm an idiot. And tired. Okay.
It's all right. Goodness. Hey. Oh goodness.
So cover 2 characters. Who would she pick? Oh, Ivy, no question. It's Ivy. And she's got the vine whip sort of sword.
You're able to pull off one of the great finishers, the unblockable move as the blades spin near the end of the 3rd round, and you manage to catch him off guard.
I get a perfect. He
Ex-
got a 5, I got a 22. I get at least 1 round perfect.
Exactly. Yes. To those listening in, my general chat is going crazy. We'll catch up on that here shortly. So, as you give yourself a bit of cheering, Dennis looks over at you. Oh, you think you're good, but you're not good enough. I bet, like I said, I want to see how many zombies you can kill in House of Dead. Come on, we're taking it on right now. But dude, I didn't get a chance. We'll take it on right now.
All right.
What's up?
No, that was her saying that. Reluctantly leaving Soul Calibur and her beloved Ivy.
I'm surprised you didn't try to fast talk him back. Getting caught up in this fast talking. All right. So as you get pulled away.
Well, I'm pretty good at shooting, and once I kill your asses in this game, we can go back to Soul Calibur and I can teach you how to really play.
Oh goodness. So jumping with that being what's that? That will be your turn, Dahlia. Way to kick his butt. And we'll jump over to Bebop, who is still in the watery grips of Wilda, struggling in his cuffs as he looks over to his friends who are currently closed up, also struggling within gimp suits, full on mouth covered, zipped up gimp suits. You will attempt to break them cuffs again. Cancel that. Attempting to break them cuffs. Rebar strength was I believe it was a 4, right? Because it was iron. Running game. Poison. Okay. Doing on that one. Iron is 7. Iron is a 7. So 7. Although there's like some sounds of creaking coming from underneath your grip, Wilda, while you see him like start to make progress, it still is keeping him bound. It looks like he's giving himself a little wiggle room for his wrist, but he's not been able to escape it yet. It's too short. If I read how to do this properly.
Okay, well, I have a plan on how to fix this shit. It's gonna hurt.
No.
No, I won't. Because player has been going through various physics forums right now to try to figure out how to unfuck this.
Oh, no. You'll still need to unfuck this. It's not gonna kill him anymore. It's just gonna kill Wilda.
Oh, speaking of, it is now.
It's back to Transient's turn. I handed it over so that
fair enough.
So that Dahlia could have her turn while I tried to figure out how to unfuck this.
So in the midst of Bebop attempting to break those cuffs, what does Transient do? after his medical check.
You could turn the mustard gas into something inert, like whipped cream.
So, not turning it into a solid, no. I will be turning it into a liquid, though, and it will be into saline.
That's
The
gonna be a lot.
convert, from what I've, and that's including the pen-sized capsule that was used. The pen-sized dissolvable capsule. That's why it broke.
Mhm.
So yes, I will be converting it into saline, and it's going to be far less than I thought it was.
Are you
Thank
trying to do
guys.
this? Sorry.
Yes, I'm going to be using my alchemy to try and do this. We'll see if you trigger human alchemy with this.
I love the idea that this is going on while Spencer's getting upset at Jace for neither of them know about the war crime. Neither of them are aware that this man is potentially dying. They're just vaguely upset at each other because maybe the oven was a little too much.
The real question is, did the two liquids combine in that instant? But either way, I need something higher than that. I will spend one more Benny.
Please do while I continue trying to catch up with General Chat, because Jiminy Christmas, you guys. The Cul-de-sac Lounge is just south of here.
I think that's a success, DM.
Alrighty. That being said, I do need to give you some special text. As with to everybody else's field of vision, there is a bright flash from the lightning, and over the abdomen, there's a moment where Greg looks up in the air and attempts to give like a howl of pain, but the howl seems to be stuck in his throat and lost over the sounds of the lightning crackling around as he's able to, as Trandy is able to extract the fluids in unison after changing the metal in the metal capsule inside
Not
the
metal.
abdomen.
It was never meant to be metal.
Thank you. After changing the capsule inside the stomach into a saline base to capture the rest of the liquid mustard gas before it began to expand and spread within the gut lining of the small intestine. As you bleed it out from the, we'll say, belly button as the easiest place to pull it out from.
Not pulling it out. I'm just converting it all from the solids and liquids into a simple saline solution, and it's less than a milliliter worth of liquid. There's a reason why I was going into gas and liquid volume conversions.
Oh, really?
Alrighty.
So it's simply saline sitting in that little location now, and should eventually be absorbed by the body with no trouble.
Absorbed or shit out. Either one.
It'll be absorbed.
It's saline. Yeah, it's gonna get absorbed.
And then pissed.
Yes.
Goodness. But alrighty, so I will send you the text here shortly of what you received while doing said maneuver in order to pierce the strange barrier between the thing you want to change and the human body.
I will then spend my movement walking out of that room while I'm watching General Chat devolve.
Which
I
way are
love
you
the idea
walking
that-
out to? The dining room or the back area?
Back
Where Wild
area
is?
where Wild is at.
I'll just set you on this side here, the of GIMP 2.
I love the idea that that Spencer is going to go home and ask, "Can duct tape be used to make people stop moving?"
Depending on all who's at home.
And that will be Transient's turn, as he is now looking over the gimp suits and Wilda's work.
Greg is going to make a toughness check, given the amount of trauma going through his body right now. And the fact that he has been reduced to a normal human being. This is going to be rolled at Reg. Unfortunately, the stay regular threshold was not met. He is currently bruised up after the rescue. Good job. Currently cuffed up. He's considered hindered. As he will attempt to wiggle out of the grasp of Spencer. Spencer, if you would give me your athletics check.
Wrong chat,
Isn't
Spence.
it?
That's hashtag
Oh.
gone.
Oh. However,
I would love to see you beat an 8,
this. Beat an 8.
please.
By definition, if I get a 1, I get a 10.
Please. I just want to see how bad you hold him.
Okay, sure. I have. If I roll within this range, I will let you know. This is just athletics.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20. So, would you like me to flavor this?
Please do.
So 20 is he's not moving, but just no. Like if he gets a net 20, he could get out of this. However, yes, Spencer is currently holding him the way that he would hold Wilda when she needs to be protected. And it's kind of like he's been told that you're supposed to put people in this position if you don't want them to move too much and if they look kind of hurt. So yes, he is carrying them bridal style right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. He is now considered restrained as he is now in bridal style. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I can't keep up with this while trying to keep up with the rolls here. That would be Greg's turn. Puddle.
What? Oh, that's right. My bad. I thought you meant me, Greg, but no.
No, Spencer. You're Spencer.
Yeah.
Spencer is Spencer. Greg is Greg.
Yeah.
Yes, Papa.
So Transient just watched out. Does Transient look whole?
He's bleeding from his fingertips, but otherwise, yes.
I will reach a hand out and use healing. And then also say, is there anything I should know about in there? I lost hero rolls. There it is.
Oh no.
It's my first roll of the night, goddammit. And we end in 3 minutes.
Probably not.
Okay, so it's Nope, I failed to heal you.
So I have a water hand wrapped around mine right now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, are we out of initiative, DM?
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead. That's my turn. Because I'm still holding that guy.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I got to roll against that, huh?
Yeah, keep in mind I have improved hold, which means that he takes a -5.
All right, so that'd be a -3 now. By the sheer slipperiness of no, by absolute distraction as Transient comes out and your worry for him to make sure that he's okay takes a greater hold. The physical hold over Bebop loosens and you feel him drop to the ground.
Hold on, what?
Wait, what?
No,
Sorry,
he had an 8.
versus her 6, or is that a 16?
That 6 is her heal.
Yeah, that 6 was my heal.
Okay, then I need your hold roll.
Okay, give me a moment. I'm trying to find out where it is. Okay, I have a +7. So I need to roll a 1.
Ye.
Well, ask and you shall receive. You
26.
did not receive.
Never mind. So reading that, so you feel him get ready to slip out through your distractions, but with a little bit of jumping, you like you're holding heavy luggage, you readjust him to back in your watery grasp. Kind of funny watching you spread yourself in multiple ways. People in the
Well-
gift suits are kind of scared.
To be fair, I have a reach of 15 feet. And sometimes it's not my hand that's doing it.
For the readers and listeners at home, ooh la la. Right.
That's my turn.
And we will end session with the transporter making his attempt for his personal action one last time, and we will resume session next time for when Camilla Ocean makes her movement. Oh. Alrighty, so Spencer, you physically hear the transporter disappear from the icebox as in front of Wilda and Transient. A young lass currently in jeans and a zippable white hoodie pops up from what you can only surmise as like a bend in the light or by the side of the truck in front of you guys.
God damn it, Ace.
All right, got all the stuff back over at base. Now we can go home. Hi, and that's where we'll end it today.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all
Thanks,
for joining
y'all.
this short session. We hope you all had fun. Do stop by again in the next 2 weeks, where we'll hope to have our normal session amount time of 2 hours as we push to finish this wonderful encounter here.
Don't worry, we'll be out of holidays by then, so y'all folks will actually have a interesting session.
Definitely.
Well, this was interesting, but more chaotic.
I'm holding a football player in my arms.
Wilda's holding Transient's hands.
The transporter
have
is
our battles.
holding their pants in their hand as they're getting ready to flee out because oh god, wrong session, wrong place, wrong time.
Well, to be
Oh,
fair, I attempted to
cards.
heal you and just didn't meet the 10.
Have we finished recording yet?
No.
Oh,
Have a good night, guys.
Bye,
No.
y'all.
Later.
good night.